is Charlotte and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to be giving you some tips and tricks on how to get straight A's in college. Now, I will admit that these tips can apply to high school and middle school as well, but I kind of tailored them a little bit more towards college and just kind of things that I did or wish I had done and things I'm going to apply for the new year. If you guys want to see my 20 must-know study tips video that I made like 2 summers ago, I'm gonna have that linked in the cards thing over here. I hope that you guys find these super helpful, and let's just get right into it. Okay, so my first tip that has really helped me, even though I tend to only do it for like the first month of school and then I get lazy, is to rewrite your notes. That way you are reviewing your notes, you're going to have them more organized, and studies have proven that if you handwrite your notes, you will remember them better than if you typed them. So this is like extremely beneficial if you're willing to put in the time. I know that you most likely do not want to sit there rewriting something that you already wrote, and trust me, I have been there too, but I think if you do put this tip to use, then it can become extremely useful and you'll thank yourself in the long run. My second tip is for you guys to find a spot on campus where there will be no distractions and you can study. I spent my entire freshman year looking for this spot on campus. So by the end of the year, I found this like hidden room in one of the libraries. I'm not going to give it away so that other USC students cannot bother me. But that way you're just not distracted, you're not going to run into friends, you're going to kind of have that place that you can separate studying from the rest of your life. Okay, my next tip is for you guys to set smaller goals. So let's say you have a really big project and you have to finish it in like a month. Most likely you're just going to put it off, procrastinate, do the whole thing in the end because it's just such a big project. But if you set a bunch of smaller goals, then you're going to feel so much more accomplished, you'll stay on track, it'll help improve time management, it'll help get rid of procrastination, both are things that I struggle with. You can also just do this with your daily homework. I would always take a notebook and I would write out each little part of an assignment that I had to do, and I would like highlight it whenever I finished, and it was so helpful. It was so satisfying to like highlight each number of the math problem because you felt like you were getting stuff done. My next tip, which I still haven't done and it's really bad, I've probably only gone once, is to go to office hours. You'll build relationships with professors. This is one thing that I really regret because I've needed teacher recommendations for job applications, study abroad applications, all of these different things, and I couldn't get any because I don't know my professors outside of class. And honestly, if the professor sees that you're trying and knows who you are, that can be a really big help and make a difference in your grade in the end. Yes. My next tip, which I know can be terrifying, but I really do think it's for the best, and I try to do this in most of my classes, is sit in the front. It will keep you focused, there will be minimal distractions, you won't want to be like sitting there doing weird stuff on your computer because everybody can see you. In my chem class, I used to sit in the very back row of the 300-person lecture, and I'm telling you, the professor definitely knew that we were just messing around on our computers half the time. And then when I moved closer to the front, I was slightly more inclined to actually pay attention most of the time. So, there you go. Real life anecdote of how moving forward in your class can help you move forward academically. Okay, my next tip, and this is not only to help you academically but to help you out a little bit socially, is to have a few friends in every class. This was definitely a lot easier in high school where you most likely had the same people in most of your classes, but in college you're going to have people in your classes that you will never see again. So it is super helpful to just have a couple friends, have a group chat going, that way you can ask questions if you need to, you have some people to study with. I always made it a goal to have a couple people to like sit with in class and be able to ask questions. Now I'm in more of my like major classes and we have a whole chemi group thing going on, so that is also helpful if you make friends in your major. But even if they're not in your major, just have people in your classes that can help you out. So my next thing is don't be afraid to drop a class. I know a lot of people probably go into college thinking that's terrifying, like I don't want a W on my transcript, I want to stick with this class, why would I drop it? It's gonna look bad if I'm applying to grad school or jobs or anything. And honestly, so many people do it. I almost did it last semester. I didn't in the end. I survived. But like a ton of people drop classes. You can do it before you'll even get a W. Who even cares if that happens? And then if you do get a W on your record, it's really not the end of the world. But hey, if it's not working out, it's much better to get that W and then get a better grade than it is to fail the class. My next tip is for when you're taking notes. I think color coding is like extremely helpful. I would always try, this is so nerdy, but I would try to have like my notebooks and binders and things like that color coded based off my class. That way I kind of knew what belonged to what. And then even when you're taking notes, I would try to like, I don't know, if you're annotating or something, dates were in one color, people were in another color, important quotes were in another color. It just helps you stay a lot more organized, and just looking at it visually, it's a lot more appealing. My next thing is like definitely much easier said than done, but it is something that I still do not live by. Learn to balance your social life and school. It is so difficult in college. Everything is in the same place. Where you sleep, where your friends are, where you're taking classes, where you're going out on the weekends, all in one place. And it is so easy to get distracted. That's why, like I said before, find your study spot where you can hide from the world. You need to like have the ability to say no sometimes, which I'm so bad at. If you ask me to go out with you, I will go out. Like, I'm so bad at it. So you just need to find a balance. Okay, and my last tip for you guys is to take advantage of campus resources. I didn't do this until the end of the year, and I wish I had done it sooner, but I'm very sure that at whatever school you're currently at, there is some form of free tutoring. Like, we have it for the engineering schools specifically. I know they have them for other schools as well, but they have an engineering school tutoring center, and you can just sign up online and you show up, and then they have student tutors to help you out. You can go to office hours, like I said before, take advantage of upperclassmen. So really just take advantage of the community that you're in. Try to join a club or something that will provide you with resources. Do something that will give you connections within your school community academically. Yes. Alright, so that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have any other tips for other people, be sure to leave them down below in the comments, and I hope you guys all got something out of this. If you did, be sure to subscribe to my channel right over here, and be sure to check out my latest video over here, and I think that's it for today's video, so I will see all of you guys next time for my next video.